Hi, my name is Valerie Medina, and I want to welcome you to my first edition video channel for YouTube. I'm out here in the parking lot of my work because this is decent sun. If I had tried to do this at lunchtime inside the office, it's gross lighting. So I thought this was much better. So it's my intention to feature artistry, creativity, people who make it. I will be interviewing visual artists, musicians, chefs, sculptors, anyone who creates. I want to bring you the inner workings, what we are really thinking of when we create. How is the work affected during the times that we're creating it, and how we feel about our work afterwards. This channel has been in my head since the end of 2017. The Chingona show at Sanchez Gallery in Oakland, California was really a pivotal time in my life because it was really something I had wanted to do for a long time. And I began unpacking, whenever you have a big show like that, I created 13 pieces, you definitely, there's a lull and you feel, there's a downward kind of feeling, like everything's all over. So all the excitement is all over. So now what? And so one of the things that I noticed is that I was thinking about the images that I had created. And why did I create those images? And how they evolved and how making those pieces made me feel about myself. And I wanted to know where that all came from. Where does that creativity come from? Number one, it made me feel a particular way, both when I was creating it and afterwards. And I wondered why. It's not, creating is not just an act of doing. It's more than that. So there were particular photos that I had chosen. I'm reading from my script because I can't remember all this. And I remember thinking that I felt like creating those pieces, there was a combination of excitement, and I felt energetic. I was driven. I was compelled to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and make artwork. I stayed up till 12 o'clock at night and made artwork, continued to paint. I was really energized, and there was almost a buzz of electricity inside me. And I call it, and many artists will call that the zone. I really want to explore that with other artists and find out how to deal with that. So my overall conclusion is that when creating, we are at one with Source or God. That by manifesting something or making something, it does not exist simply in the physical realm of what we can see or hear or taste, but it communicates in another frequency or dimension and touches another soul who can experience that creation at the soul level. And it's the reason artists are laid vulnerable for all to see. Because when we sell our artwork, we are selling some of our essence. The patron connects on an emotional level with art, whether they realize it or not. Some people will think to themselves, well, that's pretty, that's in my dining room. But they see it thousands of times a year when they're eating in their dining room 3 times a day. So how does that connection with another person feel? How does that make them feel? And you might not even be thinking about this, but me as an artist, I think about this stuff. So I feel that artwork is an embodiment of a creative, spiritual connection with Source. And art connects us all to God. And you might think that's all woo-woo. But honestly, when I'm painting, I am in my element. I am my happiest. I am in a zone of contentment and bliss. So I have developed excuse me, a set of questions so that I hope to answer the questions from my higher self, and that I'm going to be setting up interviews with other artists so that they can answer those questions too, and we can have a conversation like a TV show, and you can find out how creativity moves within an artist, but also how you can access it, because everyone can access it. I hope that this resonates with you, and that I hope that it lets you understand why creativity is so important. It's important to foster in your children, and it's important as an individual for you to discover what your creative source is. Find it and do it, because it contributes to your mental health and it makes you whole. Thank you for listening, and I will be back with the answers to my questions so that you can hear the answers. Bye.